Hello there, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your August 2026 Money and Career reading. My name is Victoria, and this is Radiant Moon Tarot. If you've been here before, a very warm welcome to you, and if it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. Let's have a look and see what the month ahead brings you. We are in eclipse season, and you are a little bit of a star of the show. We've got a lunar eclipse in your sign, a full moon on the 27th of August. This wraps up a big cycle for you. It can bring something to a conclusion, something to an end. It can bring something to fruition for you, a gift, a reward for something that you've been working on for a bit. But it's going to also bring you some freedom. We have a solar eclipse in the sign of Leo, and this is on the 12th of August. A solar eclipse is a new moon on steroids. All right, so a great energy, bringing creativity and passion, leadership, brave energy, some courageous energy there. So if there's been anything kind of fears or doubts holding you back, that is a great new moon to work with, just to get a little bit more confidence, or just, maybe take the lead, take charge of your money, take charge of your career path, and maybe even don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something, right? It can be a little bit of a defiant energy there. We also have, we also have Lionsgate Portal. And this is on August 8th. So the 8th month of the 8th month and the 8th day. And this can be really, really exciting. Because it is a manifestation portal. It's also a spiritual awakening portal as well. So you can really feel a big shift in your intuition there. And but this is the time of year. It happens every year. The sun is in Leo, and it's in alignment with Sirius, which is our spiritual sun. Also in alignment with Orion and the Earth, and also pyramids, right? So we look back to ancient Egypt to this, and this is the time of year where the Nile flooded, right? The Nile flooding brings fertility and abundance to the people. And so this can be a great time of blossoming abundance and fertility and growth for you on many, many different levels. And again, it is a huge energy for manifestation. So August 8th is when it peaks, but the portal opens up on July 26th and closes August 12th, which is the same day as the solar eclipse. So we got some exciting energy all throughout the month ahead. And let's see what the cards have to say for you. The door to personal healing and happiness. Look at that. Who could ask for anything more? You could just find that you have a very pleasant month. You could also find that once that lunar eclipse in your sign passes, you are stepping forward into a different kind of energy. And it's one with a lot of magic, a lot of peace, a lot of healing, and maybe even some very exciting and positive things and events. But whatever it means for you, that is a door opening for you. That is a portal opening for you. And there's a lot of magic in that one. We've got a little magical rainbow on the other side of that. And so this can be really beautiful. It can be new jobs. It can be, your money growing in some way. This can be you maybe changing careers into something more lucrative or more fulfilling. But this, again, can just be the general vibe where you're feeling better, you're feeling more peaceful with things. Even if you do need to do some fixing of situations, especially like your finances or something, then you're feeling good about that too. Right? So this door really does bring open a whole bunch of wonderful, positive things, which is a good thing because we've got the storm warning here as well. Okay. Now I'm trying to remember who got this card. Anyways, doesn't matter. But just like the Tower card, the storm warning can come in to sweep away anything that's not nailed down, anything that's not part of your future, anything that's not working anymore, all those loose ends, all get swept up with the storm warning. And when that storm clears, we usually get a rainbow. Right there you go. So that door opens for you, because right now you're in a fog, right? Maybe there's something that you can't quite see, or something that's standing in the way. We can't add more ice to our cup without dumping something out, right? Otherwise, things get messy, and things just don't work. Nothing fits, right? So this is like sweeping away anything that doesn't fit. And that's a huge, huge message with that lunar eclipse in your sign. So feel like, you may really need to get yourself grounded at that lunar eclipse, okay? Yes, go outside, but also like connect with nature in some way, or just ground your energy, okay? Most of you probably know how already. You can use crystals, but one of the easiest ways is just imagine from the soles of your feet into the ground, you're shooting roots that anchor you into the ground. And then what I do is, as a reciprocal gesture, the earth shoots up roots that grab my ankles, so that no matter where I float emotionally or spiritually, I'm always anchored to the earth. Okay, so but whatever works for you guys, just so you don't blow yourself away here with this energy. So a little bit of a warning here that there could be some unexpected challenges in your month ahead, or it can be just be something within you, right? But it's short-lived, and that storm will pass. We've got the Two of Pentacles, yin and yang energy showing up on this one. The Two of Pentacles can represent an energy of balance. So really focus on balance and harmony in your life, balancing your money. It is Pentacles, balancing your finances, balancing your expenditures with your income, right? Focusing on the household budget, right? Maybe that's your storm warning, because sometimes we need to take the responsible road, right? And we really do need to make a practical plan for our money so that we know where it's all going, right? Things have gotten expensive, let's face it. And so we do need to take more responsibility sometimes with our money, and just make sure we know where everything's going, balance that household budget. The Two of Pentacles can also represent balance in our lives, right? Is that because when this shows up, there's something here that's not quite in alignment. That can be where that storm warning comes in, is that, if you don't find this balance, or you don't get something back on track, or let something go, it is in danger of being blown away with that storm. But this can also be about options and decisions. So you might have multiple options with your money, or even something with your career path here. And you may need to figure out, where am I going? Do I go left? Do I go right? Do I take this job? Do I take this job? If you're buying something, do I take this or that? Which one's better? So you could have some sort of decision to make here this month. We also have the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man, of course, is about seeing things in a different perspective, looking at the big picture. That's usually where we get some enlightenment. Also stepping into the flow, but also letting some things go, right? So sometimes we do need to let something go. If you've got, let's say you've got somewhere where you can put your money, an investment opportunity perhaps. Maybe you've got more than one, right? You've got to let something go and say yes to something else, most likely, right? If there's a couple of job offers on the table, right? Weigh up your options. Which one's better for me? Take your time, Hanged Man, right? Look at the big picture of both of them, and then make a decision. And yes, you got to let one of them go, unless you're in a position where you can work two jobs at the same time or something. But that Hanged Man is about patience. Okay, so taking things easy, not rushing through things in your month, but it is one of just kind of allowing something to happen as well. And just because we're in eclipse season doesn't mean that you have to force something to happen or to play out, because eclipses can bring in some fated events, right? Fated events, unexpected happenings, whether it's beginnings or endings, right? We don't always know what eclipses are going to activate or dissipate from out of our lives, right? So that Hanged Man, we need to be in the flow, right? But whatever your situation is, make sure you're looking at things from all angles and perspectives. It's quite often where you get that little aha moment somewhere in your world, okay? Patience, though, maybe necessary for some of you. Your challenge. Ooh, thank you. Your challenge, we've got the Seven of Cups. Okay. Very dreamy energy. Quite often associate with a little bit of Neptunian energy, which is your planetary ruler in the modern day. But the Seven of Cups can be quite the dreamy energy. I'm daydreaming about something, I'm imagining something, which is fabulous. It's wonderful until we get lost there, until we get stuck there. So are you an armchair astronaut? Are you living out your dreams in your head? Or are you bringing them into reality? So sometimes that Seven of Cups, sometimes we can get stuck in like this little utopian fog. Sometimes we can get stuck because we've got so many different options in front of us that, oh my God, I can't make a decision. Sometimes this brings out some fears. I'm not making a decision because I'm afraid of making the wrong choice. And you do have choices here with that Two of Pentacles. So when we get the Seven of Cups, we need to bring ourselves back down to earth a little bit and trust ourselves to make the right choice, right? Only you know what is the right choice for you. Ultimately, yes, you can misstep sometimes, or you can feel like you've misstepped sometimes, even though you never really have it. You never really have, because you usually learned something along the way. But get out of your head into reality and choose something, because like there's a lot of different possibilities for you, and there's a little bit of magic in the air. All right, let's see what comes with this. Got the Six of Cups. All right, so it's like you're lost a little bit, lost in a daydream, lost in a cloud, something like that. So we really do need to come back down to earth, okay? And I feel like this lunar eclipse will probably do that for you. The solar eclipse might actually do that for you as well, because that can be about simplifying things, right? It's a new moon, it's fresh energy. It could be new opportunities springing into action, right? All that kind of stuff, but it can also simplify things a little bit. And so if you're making things too complicated for yourself, or you find that you aren't making a decision, we're procrastinating here with that, okay? We're doubtful, we're confused. Bring yourself into the present moment, Six of Cups. Remind yourself that you can only make the decision today based on the information and the knowledge and experiences that you have today, right? We can't change the past, Six of Cups, right? But the past is what brought us here to our present day. We can't always predict everything in our future, right? We can get a good idea based on the energy of today, but once some energy shifts, right, then it creates a different future. Forever in motion is the future, right? So that Six of Cups remind us it's all about today, right? Where are you today? What experiences have you had up until today? What do you want today, right? Be present in your energy, in your experience, and make your choices, right? Make your choice to save your money, to spend your money, to follow a career, to let something go, right? Whatever that happens to be, to follow your dreams, right? Your goals, to follow your dreams. So the Hanged Man showing up here, not everyone likes the Hanged Man because it looks like, okay, we're not doing anything. There's a lot going on internally with that Hanged Man energy, but sometimes we need to take a step back because we need to look at the big picture, or we need to get clarity instead of confusion, okay? Now, something here with the Six of Cups as well, there could be a return of something or a second chance at something here. Now, with this children on this on the Six of Cups, it can be that we had a dream when we were a child or when we were younger, and maybe you never followed it because perhaps you let other people tell you that it wasn't the right path for you. But how do they know? But now you're older and wiser, you got more of a spine, and now you're like, you know what, maybe I can go and revisit that because I don't think it was too silly, right? And so you could have some door opening up for you that brings you back an opportunity from your past in some way, all right? This can also bring in people from your past, right? The past might come back and haunt you, for example, especially with that Seven of Cups and the Six of Cups. It could be that, maybe if you have to make a decision on something, you're remembering, okay, it's like, I've been here before and it didn't work so well, so now I got to figure out how to do it differently so it works out better for me, right? But you can have people that come back in. You can have job offers that come back around, that kind of thing. But the Six of Cups is about being present and having fun and enjoying life. Okay, so just enjoy life. It is a challenge because sometimes we think that we have to be super serious every single day, and we don't, because when we embrace happiness and joy and fun and laughter, and we free our energy and we get it flowing again. Okay. Your children in some way may be a little bit of a challenge for you here, gotta say. Again, these cards are in the upright. A challenge doesn't mean impossible, and it doesn't mean it's negative. It just means it's a challenge. So it's an obstacle or something that you need to, move past before you can move forward. And so it can be that maybe you want to take your children somewhere that they've been dreaming of, and you're like, I don't know how to do it. And that Two of Pentacles, like, okay, I'm juggling my budget, right? How do I get this done for them? So even though it's a challenge, there could be a resolution for you there. Blessings. We've got the Six of Pentacles. All your good comes back to you. Love this for you. The Six of Pentacles is a balanced household budget, right? But this can ultimately be something that is rewarded to you, something that does come back, right? Because all the good, all the energy, all of the wonderful things that you've put out there, right? It comes flowing back to you. So this is a circulatory energy, all about being in the flow, which is the best place to be. We're not resisting anything. Things are just, we're allowing things. And so this is really great. So you could get a gift, an offer, an opportunity. You could get some money. You could get a helping hand, because this is a card of charity. Now, before you hear the word charity in a negative light, okay, maybe you have a family member. You're always there for them. You're helping them. Maybe you pick up groceries, might be someone older, might be someone younger. Maybe you've got someone sick in your family, but you're always there for them. And now here you are as a case scenario. You want to take your children somewhere they've always dreamed of, but you're Two of Pentacles. You're trying to juggle your budget and going, I just don't know if I can do it. Someone finds out and they're like, you know what? I'm going to give back to Pisces for all the help and support they've given me over the years. And so you could have a generous benefactor, and it's out of the blue, and it's not what you've expected. You didn't expect anything, but now this may come back to you, right? You could get a surprise raise or a bonus from your workplace. You could find some money, right? But the Six of Pentacles can be whatever you reap, what you sow. And this is a time that, you are harvesting all the good that you've put out there. Six of Pentacles is a good card anyway, but it's also in your blessings, so it's even better. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, so you might have a generous benefactor somewhere here. The Queen of Pentacles is also, a card of success, abundance, prosperity, wealth. It is a nurturing card, a nurturing energy here. So nurturing your dreams, your goals to fruition. And so something could really be blossoming for you here. The Queen of Pentacles also really good for matters of the home. And with that Six of Pentacles coming out there, if you if you're selling your home, or you want to buy a home or move to a better location, even a better job, this can be an offer coming into you, right? Something that's really good, something that can be quite lucrative or can make your dreams come true. But the Queen of Pentacles can also just be you taking it easy, being patient, enjoying your life. Maybe, maybe you decide that, okay, maybe we can't afford this expensive vacation this year, maybe next year. But in the meantime, we're going to have fun where we are. We're going to have fun in our present moment. And so this can be really cool for you. But again, Queen of Pentacles can be someone generous to you in some way. They're a benefactor of some kind. So really awesome blessings coming in. Money and money. What do you want? What else do you want in a money and career reading, right? Money, money, money coming back to you in your blessings energy. Advice from Spirit, Temperance. Take it easy. Everything in moderation. Find balance and harmony in your life. This is an energy of patience, of healing, balance, spiritual connection as well. can be, but Temperance card, everything in moderation, right? We quite often in this flashy dashy online world that we live in, it's very much a world of instant gratification and flash, right? And Temperance is like, no, the best things in life are simple, can be free, and don't always necessarily come in with the flash, or with a bang, right? Sometimes it's just gentle, right? Sometimes things don't come in all at once. Everything in moderation. But that Temperance card there does bring in some healing and some really positive vibes, by the way. But Temperance is Sagittarian energy ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter, for the next year, is in the sign of Leo, bringing us good luck and good fortune, amplifying possibilities and energies all around us. And this is really, really wonderful. Jupiter as well is your traditional ruler, right? Your modern day ruler is Neptune, but your traditional ruler is Jupiter. And Jupiter is having quite the dance in Leo. And sprinkling just a little bit of magic, and especially on you. So this can be that you are being protected and guided by the universe, but they're also bringing you some blessings. And so Spirit wants to make sure that you're aware of that. We've got the Ace of Pentacles here as well, so you could really get lucky here. I mean, the Temperance card with an Ace of Pentacles, yeah, so you could have a little bit of luck. But the Ace of Pentacles can also be new, fresh energy. This can be a new job, an offer, a raise, a gift of some kind. This can be something that's at your fingertips, a new house, perhaps a new job, right? Whatever it happens to be, this is fresh energy. This can be your belief systems around money are changing a little bit for the better, for the positive, but this is new. So work with Jupiter and the Sun in Leo energy, that solar eclipse, and manifest your money, your wealth, your prosperity into your life, and you will not be disappointed. Aces are fresh new energy, but aces, are lucky, but the Ace of Pentacles can sometimes bring us in either a windfall or something that feels like a windfall. So I think Spirit's trying to give you the heads up that, Jupiter in the skies with the eclipses and all this energy is working in your favor to bring you bright and shiny things. You gotta love it. Let's grab a couple final cards for you guys. Thank you. Thank you. And your first one that came flying out across the table. Everything is an inside job. Isn't it great to know that you cannot control your world from the outside? To change your world, to change your whole life, all you have to do is manage your thoughts and feelings on the inside of you. And then everything will change. Everything starts from within, guys. As you rise higher, you take the world with you. Because there is no limit to the good thoughts you can think, good words you can speak, or acts of kindness you can perform. There is no limit how high you can increase your frequency. Your positive frequency emanates out like a ripple from a stone thrown into water, touching our planet and everything living in it. I will leave that there for you guys. That's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If so, please do hit that thumbs up button, that like. It tells the algorithm that you liked the reading, and other people might as well. So it shares it more. It's really how the things work. But also, if you want to see more of my readings in your feed, hit that subscription button there as well. But I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic month. Don't forget about your lunar eclipse on the 27th and August 12th. That's solar eclipse energy, right? You've got the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So a little bit of magic in the air for you guys. But I hope you have a wonderful August, and I'll see you later. Bye.